Welcome to our first ever AutoPageRank webinar. And in this series, we're going to be doing many different sessions on how to use AutoPageRank and also SEO in general as well. So this is our very first session, September 4th, 2025. We've done a lot of these. I've probably done 500 of these type of webinar presentations and just training videos. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to do today is I created a new site called Custom Printed T-Shirts. Some people back in the days might have known me for e-commerce. I've done a lot of business with e-commerce. I've created many students, turned them into literally millionaires with e-commerce. And so today I'm actually going to be going over this store, and we're going to be doing 100% APR and organic traffic with this store. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few things. So I'm going to show you guys how to create a topical map for this. B, how to expand your current topical map. C, launching and scheduling, and basically like the article schedule. D, we're going to be indexing pages and posts. And lastly, basically analyzing what happened in like after a few weeks. And at the end of the day, it's going to take about, I would say, time frame for this to start happening anywhere from like 6 to 12 months. So it's going to be around 6 to 12 months before we actually do anything with this, like possibly even get our first sale within 6 months. Because again, it's all going to be 100% organic traffic, right? But at the end of the day, after 6 to 12 months, that's when we should start to see like consistency. And this is where basically like no one can touch us at this point because we're always going to get traffic. There's no competitor that's going to steal our traffic, or there's no a competitor that's going to outbid us in the ads and Google ads and Facebook ads and things like that, because we're just going to keep getting this traffic no matter what. The only way to outcompete us is to outrank us at that point. But I know by then it's going to be like thousands of keywords that you'd have to outrank us for in order to even like get our traffic that we're looking at doing. So let me actually show you guys here the before and after. So I'll give you two scenarios here. Here's a before. Here's a site that we just started working on and we just started optimizing. It's called addalittledigital.com. Here's the before. This is what 3 months looks like right here. And then this is the after. This is the after effect. Let me see. Let's go to AutoPageRank. And this is what 6 months looks like. Okay, so we've got the before and then we've got the after. And then of course, obviously right now, it's just literally the start of this. So let's go 12 months. Let me show you what it looks like. This is what 12 months looks like a full 12 month. This is what 6 months looks like right here, right around here. And this is what the full, actually, this is 6 months right here. But the first 6 months is going to be really difficult. And then 12 months, this is what it kind of looks like as we're ranked for so many different placements. And, again, it's going to be very difficult to like bring us down. We're going to continue to get clicks every single day off of this one website. I mean, the other business stealth agents, it's literally for the past 2 years, it's all SEO. It's only SEO traffic. So yeah, this is what it looks like in the beginning. This is what's going to look like next. Now, let's go to custom printed t-shirts. This is what it looks like now. I mean, we just started this and this is what it looks like now. So from August, we can see some impressions. And the reason being is because we do have about 190 shirts that we've created already. Yeah. So we've got about 190 shirts that we already have. And so that's the reason why we're getting impressions. But the next step that we're going to do here is we're actually going to put blog posts on here. So right now, let's take a look at the numbers here. Currently, okay, got 190 shirts, products on the store. What we're going to do is our goal is aim for about 3,000 to 4,000 articles over 6 to 12 months. That's what we're going to aim for, is to create 3,000 to 4,000 articles. Expectation is we might get within 6 months. My goal is for us to get at least 300 to 500 visitors a day. And then within 12 months, my goal is for us to get to 3,000 to 6,000 visitors a day. Now with e-commerce, I've seen that with about 300, 500 visitors, it's kind of like it fluctuates a lot. And so you're not going to get real steady revenues. Let me just add some people are joining. So you're not going to really get like real steady revenues here, like possibly maybe $50 to $100 a day in revenues. But once we get past the 3,000 mark, which is like, I've seen this a lot. Like once we get past 3,000 visitors a day, that's when we start hitting $3,000 a day in sales from this one store. And the great thing is like, we don't have to run ads or anything like that. Right. So you guys are watching this day one, September 4th. Like imagine September 4th, 2026, when I'm already talking about a store that's doing $3,000 a day in profit in sales, and half of that is profit because of cost of goods. And some of you guys are gonna be like wondering, like, oh, how did you do that? Well, this is day one, right? We're starting from the beginning. So this is what it looks like, and we're gonna do this with AutoPageRank the entire way from 3,000 to 4,000 articles over 6 to 12 months. And basically, this is what we're planning on doing. So let's get to the first steps. I know we've got a lot of time. We got a lot of things to cover in a short amount of time. This is going to be about an hour webinar. So let's go ahead and create a topical map first. So what is a topical map? It basically is going to cover it's going to cover every topic that puts us as an authority on Google. Okay. It's going to give us keywords that are long tail as well. I mean, imagine 3,000 to 4,000 articles, right? And then what's going to do is it's going to help us rank because of relevancy, because we're highly relevant with Google. Later on in these sessions, I'll share with you guys how we took some of these stores and we went from like highly relevant, where we went from like not that relevant to like a highly relevant store or highly relevant business. So topical map helps us do that. Before, when we did this, we didn't really have a topical map when we were first starting this out. But now that we do, it's getting us more placements and more leads, because the number one thing here right now is relevancy. So this is basically what it does. All right, so let's go ahead and start it up. So I'm going to go to AutoPageRank.com, and there's a free tool everyone can use called a Topical Map Builder. And I built this specifically just for you guys to create topical maps, but we're going to go a little bit deeper here. So I've already actually pre-filled it with this. So custom design t-shirts in different niches, printed t-shirt designs, target audiences, people looking for t-shirts, gifts, or people saying things that they heard. USA only. Let's do about, I'm just throwing out a number there, 1,000. We're going to do broad, and I want GPT to also analyze TeePublic and teacherl.com. The primary goal is to get people to buy our shirts and visit our site. We're going to be optimizing it for blog posts. And some of the keywords, I don't really have any right now, so I'm just going to generate the prompt. And now we're going to head over to GPT, and we're just going to plug this in. And you guys can use your own prompts here. You can just plug and play. Okay, and now it's going to bring us to this here, to this point, and we're gonna basically like grab the topical authority, the categories, and we're gonna create categories inside of our website here. Okay, so we go to post category. So this is a WordPress site. We don't have any blog posts on here. We might have a few. We might have one. No, we have none. Let me just check. I think we have 0. We have 0 blog posts on here. Okay, we've got one. So I was testing something. So let me just trash this. Okay, and then what we want to do is, I've got a whole bunch of these here. I'm going to trash all these. These are the demo categories that I had created. All right. So now we're going to go and create our topical keywords, your categories. So funny and meme t-shirts, love it. Had that category. Gift occasion t-shirts. Okay, perfect. And again, everything's all t-shirts here. Seasonal and holiday. Wonderful. Just add those categories there. Profession and career. Okay, like HR or firefighter, police. Oh man, those sell a lot. I had one t-shirt that sold over, I believe it was like $700,000 in sales. Just one t-shirt design. All right. Family and relationship. We've got hobbies and interests. Okay. Animal and pet lover. This is hot too. Okay. And travel and adventure, lifestyle and motivation, local and USA pride. All right. Perfect. We can expand that like crazy. Pop culture inspired t-shirts. I'm literally just copying and pasting what GPT gives me. It's like, it's actually good. This is good stuff here. These, these category keywords are really good. Food and drink t-shirts. Okay. Music and art t-shirts. Wonderful. We've got a whole thing here. So now what this does, what these categories will do for us as a website, is going to categorize us as a t-shirt website. Like we sell t-shirts. Not only that, but we're also talking about t-shirts here in our blog posts as well. Okay, great. So how many do we have here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We've got 15. Now, if we want to do more, get me 10 more. I want to do about 25 categories. Okay. And I want to make sure it's all different. Tech and geek. Perfect. And it's giving me some different ones here as well. All right. And then I'm going to show you guys how we can expand this to 3,000 articles over 6 to 12 months. Okay. Political, social awareness. Great. Okay. Let's take a look. Save the Planet Eco t-shirts, right? Animal rights advocacy. Like we can do all these shirts. And also what it's doing is it's giving us content. It's giving us categories and content to create. Parenting and kids t-shirts. Love it. See all these new categories that we didn't have? Work from home and office life. I love this. Great. Religion and spiritual. Great. Okay, now we're going to have 25 categories here. Senior life and retirement. I mean, there's even stuff that's missing in here. Like there's like nurse t-shirts. Those did really well for us. Outdoors t-shirts, fishing t-shirts did really well for us as well. Like things like animal t-shirts, like foxes and bears and all that stuff did really well. Eco sustainability. Okay. Yeah. Like save the trees, save the planet, save the turtles. Those shirts work really well as well. Save the bees. I remember I had a student, one of my first ones. He had a store. It was just a bee store, and he did multiple 6 figures on it at launch and everything. And it was crazy. And he was giving away like free stuff as you buy shirts. Okay, great. So we've got 25 different designs, different categories here. Wonderful. Now, what we can do is let's just take a look at one example. Okay. Let's take a look at like funny and meme t-shirts. And in here, we're going to say, I want you to expand this to, let's say 100 keywords. Okay. And now what I do here, let me create another drive here. So this could be very good practice for some of you guys when creating these topical maps, is you can take this and you can just call it AutoPageRank topical maps. And we're going to do this one for custom printedgroups.com. Okay. So over here, what you'll do is you'll have your, just give me the 100 list raw. I don't want like all this here. This is for funny and meme t-shirts. Okay. So what you could do is you can take this, plug it in here. And now inside of your topical map, we'll take this here and just plug it in right here. Give me a plain text list I can copy and paste onto spreadsheet. Wonder if it can just do that for me. Sometimes the formatting is like very weird. There we go. Okay. So now I've got it. I got to this point. It's going to be very easy for me to take my topical list here and create like 100 of these, right? So we've got the first one. Now, one thing you can do is if you want to check how well this is going to do, you can use a tool. I use Ahrefs, but you can use like a keyword explorer tool that's free from Google or some other tool. And then you can see if any of these keywords have like any searches, but it seems like it doesn't, but I'm sure they do have them. Like for example, let's just do something like cat owner sarcastic slogans. It's ranking, right? So I'm sure you can rank for it. That's kind of the beauty of like long tail keywords is that you will get traffic for it. You just might not know what type of traffic you might get for it, but you do get traffic for it. For example, like dog lover funny t-shirt ideas. Like you'll get traffic for something like dog lover funny shirts, funny dog lover shirts, things like that. You'll still get traffic for them. So that's why like doing long tail keywords works really well for us, especially when you're new in the game in Google's eyes and you don't have a lot of authority. It's good to get like long tail keyword traffic there. All right, so we've got 100 there, and check this out. So basically we've got 25 of these, right? So we're just going to go down the list here and we're just going to have it do the next one. Okay, do this now. So now again, we know GPT knows what to do for us. And now it's just going to take this list and just do the next one for us. Okay. And then all we have to do here is just copy and paste all the keywords where we have this large topical map where we can create thousands of different articles and rank for thousands of different keywords. And this is the reason why I created this system for this, like AutoPageRank. Like this is the reason why we have this, is because this was designed for us. Like we didn't even plan on like selling this to the public, but this is the reason why we did it, because we wanted to do this for hundreds of our different sites and rank for them. All right, so now we got the next one right here, and then you just keep going until you have 25 of them, right? 25 times 100, that's 2,500 articles. And these articles are all different articles as well. Like they're different keywords here. Now, actually, I can do this. I can actually do this. Hold on. There's one more step that I can do here. Okay, I see very long tail keywords. I want you to do root keywords only. Redo this list. Okay, so we went from like this to now. Let me show you what happens when we do root keywords. When we do that, we'll actually see something inside of Ahrefs. We'll actually see like keyword results and keywords and stuff like that. So I know that's like a question that people always ask, like, well, oh wait, yeah, my bad. This is doing everything. Let me just do, no, just for this category. Health and fitness lifestyle t-shirts, right? Now, let me show you what happens here. We're going to plug this into Ahrefs and we're 100% going to find search results, like people searching for it and things like that. So let's go ahead and there's a ton of them, like flex t-shirts, push-up t-shirts. There's like these little tiny niches as well. So let's go ahead and do Keywords Explorer. Boom. And that's another trick here, is make sure you do the root keywords, because boom, you see that? Now we actually have like search results, and some of these have zero keyword difficulty. That means it's very easy to rank for on Google. And this is like getting the low-hanging fruit here. All right, so let's go and grab this. Now we've got the list, the actual, like a better list, I would say. Boom. And then let's do this for the other ones as well. Do this for this keyword here. And then you saw here, we had nothing, right? If we go to Keyword Explorer, we pretty much have nothing here because it's very long tail. And so we have one actually, environmental activist t-shirts, like 10 searches a month. No competition on this one. All right, so let's copy our next one here and let's try this one with the root keywords in there. Not all the keywords, but just the root keywords. Okay, 97. And look, we have like maybe, I don't know, 20 of them or whatever. They have actual search results. Global warming t-shirts, recycle t-shirts, environmental. And look, there's like no competition on these. Okay, so we're pretty much swimming in a blue ocean right now. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's do the next. My bad. Do this one. Okay, so you guys get it, right? It's pretty easy. Then I put it in this way, in this perspective. Some people like to overcomplicate it. I like to be very simple. And I like to say, hey, we've got a business. How can we rank for this on Google? How can we get 100 or 1,000 different keywords in here? Here we go. All right, let's copy this, paste that in here. And again, I've been in the t-shirt business for a very long time. We used to print our own shirts, and we had employees print and everything. And we were running a $1 million t-shirt business. And now we're going to get back into it, this time with zero ads. Zero ads. I'm tired of getting banned on Facebook just for little things and all that stuff. So now we're just going to do 100% ad free. Okay. So you do this across 25 different categories, right? So I'm going to keep my topical map here because we're going to finish it off. But you do this across 25 different categories. Now, the next step is we're going to create articles. Okay. So let's go into our AutoPageRank. Here's the fun part. I'm kind of speeding it up right now. The next webinars are going to be a little bit slower. I'm going Super Mario mode because I want to cover it all. All right, so we're going to go to Blog Creator. We're going to create a project, and the project name is going to be the category. Okay, select the model. I like to use Mini, and then grab all these articles here, paste them in there. Select my preset. I've already created a preset. We might go back to it, but I like the preset that I have right now. This is my preset right here. Title prompt for custom. I got to actually, hold on. There's a few things I have to change here. So inside the preset, this is my current preset that I have right now. Title prompt for custom printed t-shirts. I'm going to do this. Make sure, do this. You want to win AI overviews. Make sure that the main root keyword is at the beginning of every sentence. My bad. This is for title prompt. This is the introduction prompt. Okay. What I want for the title prompt is make sure the main root keyword is at the beginning of the title. Okay. We might just, yeah, I actually got it right here. Keep the title under 65 characters. Add a powerful 2-word suffix after the keyword, sparks curiosity. Your audience is shoppers, searching last minute, feeling stuck, looking for funny or thoughtful shirts. Use urgent emotional tone. Avoid any buzzwords like empower. Yeah. We don't want to be redundant either. So this is good for the title. So the main root keyword is in the beginning. Introduction. I said you want to win AI overviews. Make sure that the main root keyword is at the beginning of every sentence. Use H1, H2s to break up sessions. Use a main keyword. We won't say that. Just keep that out of there. Mention custom printed t-shirts 2 or 3 times, soft CTAs. In this case, because it is the introduction, I want to say mention how custom printed t-shirts.com and how they can find similar products on our store, how they can find similar products to the main root keyword on our store. Okay, give real help, ideas, blah, 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 use clear language. I want to make it very simple. No fluff buzzwords, good. Each section must solve a real problem. Okay, good. Example, call to action, see more shirts here. Browser, thank you. I would say more like, yeah, shop custom printed t-shirts for more ideas. Great. So that's our introduction prompt. Here's the content prompt. Okay, what's inside the content? Actually, this was straight from GPT. Role, act like you're an expert in this and that. Goal, blah, blah, blah. Looks good. H1s, H2s. Yep. Last minute ideas, blah, blah, blah. Okay, do not sound vague, corporate sounding words, blah, blah, blah. Human, practical, yep. Okay. And then this is our meta description. I like the way it is right now, so I'm just going to keep it. Update preset. Now, what you could do is you could do a sample article. We're coming out with individual article creator. Right now, we just have this. But if you feel good about it, 100 articles It's probably not going to cost me a lot, maybe like 50, 60 cents or something like that to check. But let's go ahead and just create the 100 articles. Let's see what happens here. So I got my keywords here, plug them in. Funny and meme shirts, plug this in, GPT-0. And then I'm going to choose my preset that I just did. Okay, create project. And if you guys have any questions, put in the chat box as well. Feel free to do that. And then now this project is creating. Let's go ahead and view those. So articles are being generated right now. What we can see here is we're going to be able to see the titles. Now, if anything goes wrong with this thing, you can just archive it and it'll stop everything. That's kind of one way to do it. Okay, there's a lot of articles. There's like 100, right? 90 something. Okay, good. Social media search for instant impact. Fun trend t-shirts that grab it's perfect. Viral phrase t-shirts for guaranteed laughs. Office humor t-shirts for good. Work humor t-shirts. So you can see the main keyword is in the beginning right here. And then it's like something. A cubicle humor t-shirts for a good chuckle. Meeting joke t-shirts for stress relief. Perfect. I love it. Let's go take a look at an article. If it's any of these are okay. So one of them is being worked on. Funny t-shirts that spark big laughs. So if we can rank for funny t-shirts, that'd be great. Okay. So it's still being worked on. So now while that's happening, first, actually, once I get the workflow in, I want to get the first article. I want to see what that looks like first. And then if it's good, then I'll do the next 200 articles. Funny t-shirts. Everyone loves a good laugh. What a better way to deliver chocolate than with a funny t-shirt. I love the article already. Whether you're looking for a gift or friend, just for a friend, blah, blah. As I explore the world of, okay, so this one here, like I might want to modify this because I know a lot of AI does this, like as we dive into whatever, but other than that, like that's probably one of my things I need to do. In this article, I'll share my favorite designs, why choose funny t-shirts. Okay, let me see if it mentioned custom printed t-shirts. Okay, so it did at the frequently asked questions you can find at customprintedtshirts.com. So I might have to redo the prompt again to try to get it in here. Let's take a look at some other articles, some of the other stuff here. So this looks good, like for dad, for friends, for your partner, for the boss, whatever. How to care for your funny t-shirts, washing, drying. Good. All right, let's take a look at some other articles here. That one looks good. Okay, this one's being worked on next. Okay, fun trend t-shirts. So again, the reason why fun trend and funny t-shirts are different, because this is a different keyword than funny t-shirts, right? So someone might be typing in fun trend and they could be a buyer as well. When I think about clothing that makes fun trend t-shirts come to mind. Good. All right. Let's see. Okay, so it did put custom printed t-shirts. It did mention it a few more times. Check websites like customprintedtshirts.com. Good. So it did do it like 4 more times. So that's great. So yeah, not articles are going to be the same, right? That's actually good to do because you want to have that variation. You don't want to have like all the same robotic type articles on everything. Social media shirts. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. Again, I might have to change some of the AI stuff here, but again, that's what you do with the presets. You're going to constantly work on it and make it better. Okay. This didn't even mention it at all. So you see how I actually kind of like that because again, you're not mentioning it every single article and you're not putting these like red flags on Google. Okay. Online stores. Okay. Most online retailers like custom printed t-shirts offer quick shipping, browse their selections, perfect viral phrase t-shirts. And and that's the keyword here, viral phrase t-shirts. So it's like, visit us for viral phrase t-shirts. Okay, perfect. And so what's going to happen here is that each article will also have there's going to be like product suggestions as well in each article. Like we'll give like some viral phrase products that we're going to link over as well in each product. Okay, so I'm pretty happy so far with all the articles here. So now that I've done that, let's go and create the next ones. Okay. And then after this, it's pretty easy. Like all you're doing is just copying and pasting in this here, plugging that in, select the preset, and you just hit go because the preset's already done. Right. And then I'll do the next one here. Copy and paste that, hit create. And there we go. So now we've got 300 articles that's being processed right now. And after they're completed, I'm going to schedule them on my site. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to that. Like, I want to make sure that, at least 100 could be scheduled here over 30 days or so. But what you can also do is we've designed it so that each page has about, was it 10 per page? So you can spread it out amongst however way you'd like. I'll actually show you how that works. So like if this one here, we would select these 3, it's not going to select everything else. So it's going to know if we click select all, it's going to know which ones we didn't do and which ones we did do already. So you're not going to be like publishing the same article twice on your website. So that's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and publish these to WordPress. Custom printed t-shirts. Okay. And then let's put this under funny and meme t-shirts. Funny, the ampersand, it does this. I don't know why, but funny and meme shirts. Okay. And then let's put an author in there and let's distribute this over 30 days. It's only 4 articles. Let's actually do 3 days. Okay. Publish to WordPress. And then let's go and take a look here. So remember how we had nothing here. Okay. And then again, like the next category, just keep doing it over and over again until you get 100 for each. Here we go. So now we've got, oh, I don't know why I did it for this author. I have to see why. It might be a bug. But now we've got these articles here. Let's take a look at a preview. Let's actually just publish them. Right. There's another plugin for publishing. So let me show you how this looks like right here. So let's open one up. Let's actually open all 4 of them. Let me hit the back button here. I'll open all 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, great. So what you can do here is you can obviously do all the edits in here for your articles, but you can also publish them. Like for this example, like if we wanted to, I'm going to have a plugin for this that adds t-shirts in here. But in this example, you can do any edits that you'd like. You can like add an image here. You can do all those things. One thing I don't recommend is I don't recommend AI images. Those end up deranking sites. We've tried it on a bunch of sites, thousands of articles, and they've all went down. So I do not recommend, if there's anything that out there that's like, get an AI image automatically on your website. That's the quickest way to get deranked, is what I've seen. So don't do that. We've tested it. We've tried it. It's not a good thing. You can schedule it right here. It's already on schedule. Let me see. When is it going to publish? I think it's already on schedule. But then over time, it'll publish it over X amount of days. Right. So it's already actually scheduled. It's scheduled for these times right here. So you can see at this is scheduled for 9:03 and then 4:39. And then this one is 9:29 a.m. And then for tomorrow. And then this is 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. That's when it's going to be scheduled. And so once those things go out, let's go take a look at this here. Once these articles go out, then AutoPageRank will automatically index them. So it's going to show up inside of our sitemap, and then AutoPageRank right here. Let's go to our web domains. We'll start to index them. It'll index them right here. Okay. You see index web pages, and then it's going to index these pages on our web, on using AutoPageRank. So let's see what happens here. Indexing web domains, web domain URLs. It should be able to do about 200 a day or so. You can see it's working right now. Okay. And then it'll take a few minutes and then that'll be done. And then every single day it'll do about up to 200 across all your different domains. Okay, perfect. So let's recap. Okay. So what we did was we created a topical map. Pretty easy to do. I'd say probably one of the easiest things to do, especially if you've got that tool inside of AutoPageRank. Number 2, we talked about how to expand the topical map. All you have to do is ask GPT in this case to expand that current map. You can do more research. Like this can get really heavy in the research. But right now I just made it very simple for any beginner to do this. And then next thing is we launched the article and article schedule. And then next thing what happens here is that once the articles are scheduled, it's going to start posting them on Google. So currently, if we go to site custom printed t-shirts.com, you're going to see the pages that we have indexed right now. And then eventually, like we have like product pages right now that are being indexed. And then eventually we're going to see posts indexed on here as well. So that's the next thing to take a look at. Okay, you can see 200 pages have been indexed. So let's just refresh this. Okay, there we go. So we have these pages indexed right now. Okay, so they're getting indexed on APR. Okay, and then let's take a look at, so these are the ones that haven't been indexed yet. Hasn't been submitted yet, but it will because it's on the auto indexing feature right now. So it's going to get indexed, and that's pretty much it. So that's step 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 5 is we're going to analyze. So after we have all of our pages scheduled, so we have like, you know, in this case, I want to aim for about 20 articles a day. So what that means is that I have to plug them all in. And then there's a plugin that I use, a different plugin for scheduling, because now that I can get all 3,000 articles in there. And then there's a special plugin that I use. I'll probably cover that in our next session, that plugin that I use. And what that does is I can have all 3,000 articles on draft, but it's not scheduled. And what this does is this plugin will manage the scheduling of all the posts. And so I can set how many posts I want. So in this case, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and then I can increase it over time. So that's important. Or you could just let AutoPageRank do it as well. You can just have what you would do here is you would schedule, one a day for 30 days. It's a little bit more complex, but we're working on making a fix for this. But you would schedule, and you see how these here, oh, this one was an error. Okay, failed to connect. Let's just refresh that. So what you can see here is the ones that I've already done, I've already added to the website. It's not going to do it again. So that's the reason why I was telling you before, like if you hit select all, it'll select the ones that haven't been done yet. So these right here, right? So let's go ahead and add these to WordPress. Let's go do this. Let's go to funny and meme shirts. Let's choose a different author, spread it out over 30 days, publish. And then we'll see more posts being added here. Okay, so let's pull this up. Let's refresh this. There we go. Okay, now we've got some more posts in the draft. Refresh that. There we go. So now we have 9. And this is pretty much how it works. We have some bugs that we have to cover. Honestly, like we've got like author name here is different from the one that I chose. So I'm going to see what's up with that. Talk to my developer. But yeah, we're working through all the bugs here. Don't worry, guys. So we've got that. And then once it's all in there, once we have all 3,000 somewhat articles, then we basically are scheduling it all out. So scheduling is also important because you don't want to do too much. You want to do like maybe around 20 articles a day, published every single day. And then those 20 articles again get indexed here, and basically you go to the next step. All right. So what's the expectation here? So 6 to 12 months again. So we've got hundreds and thousands of different keywords that we're going to try to rank for. It's going to take some time for us to do this. So throughout the next sessions inside of AutoPageRank, I'm going to show you guys what we do to get these articles not only created, but also ranking as well. So that's the first part, because we do have to do a lot of edits within these articles once they're out there. Now, my steps to doing that. So what's the next steps here? Okay. So the next step is number 1, once articles are ranked, I will check which ones are ranking via Google Search Console. Okay. So I'll head over to Google Search Console, and then I'll go over to Pages, and I'll look at the pages that have the most impressions. Right now, it's just product pages. But when we have blog posts on here, I'm going to look at those first. And then I'm going to look at these products and posts. And then what I'll do here is number 2, start the editing process for those specific posts that are ranking. Because now that it's ranked, we want to do step 2. Step 2 is the editing process. So this is a process where you can either do it yourself or you can hire a virtual assistant or a team. And what they'll do is they'll do all the little things like internal linking. So internal linking, this I'd recommend all manual, outbound links as well, manual stuff that you have to do because you have to do the research and figure that out. I haven't found any good softwares out there. We've tried like 3 of them and like none of them helped us rank. We had to do everything manually. So internal linking, the outbound links, this is where we're going to add like questions that haven't been answered yet on there. We're going to modify some of the posts to basically for like to compete with posts that are number 1 on Google, right? So we're going to modify those things. There's a lot of things that we're going to do here afterwards to modify them. Can you rank with just APR alone and just doing 1,000 articles? Yes, you can. But it's going to be a lot harder to do to get to the top position until you actually start modifying the articles. So we're going to go over that in the next sessions here as well. But can you rank number 1? Yes, you can. I've done so many of these number 1 rankings just without pure articles with AI, without even doing any modifications. So I've done those before. But can you rank a lot higher when you do these modifications? Yes, you can. That's the idea here, right? For the really tough competition keywords, you definitely want to modify those articles there. Okay, what a next step. So once articles are ranked, we're going to add those articles. Number 3, then we start looking into more keywords that are bringing us the best results traffic. So in this case, for example, if a certain angle works, like for example, we have XYZ versus ABC company, or we have does XYZ work question here, right? Like question type angles. Let me see here. Let's just do competitor angles. Like we're talking about competitors here. Review angles. We have question-based articles, review articles, competitor type articles. We have versus articles. We've got here, let me see here, comparison articles. So we're going to find out which angles work. So for example, or intent-based articles, obviously the intent's always going to work. But we're going to find out which articles work. So our competitor articles bringing us traffic and bringing us leads. Then we focus more on those. Our versus articles bringing us leads. Then we'll focus on those. Our intent-based articles giving us leads. Then we do those. We don't know which ones are going to work, but once we do find the ones that work, then what we're going to do is we're going to expand those keywords into various groups. You'd be surprised like what we get into. Like imagine like there's companies out there that have 20, 30, 40,000 blog posts on Google ranking for all those different things. You can imagine how much time was involved in creating those posts and finding those keywords and doing all those things. That's what we're going to get into here once we start like stage 2, right? What we've just done today is just the very basics. Stage 1, get your posts out there, get your keywords out there. But you'd be surprised. Like, I mean, for most people, stage 1 is literally like, that's what I need. Like, I mean, most 99% of people out there are just like, I just need stage 1. I just need to get started. Like, how do I get started? Here's how you get started right here. So we've got the 3 categories here. Next, we're going to do the next categories. And it's pretty simple. Like all you have to do You just go to your categories that you don't have categories, keywords for yet, and do the next one, like animal and pet lovers. Like we haven't done that one yet. Let's paste the value here and let's do this one, animal and pet lovers. Let's do the next one, right? Root keyword, pet lover, dog lover shirts, cat lover shirts, puppy t-shirts, kitten, dog mom, dog dad. You see how it's like now long tail. Adopt, don't shop t-shirts, veterinarian, dog rescue, cat rescue, cow shirts. Cow shirts did really well for us. We had hedgehog shirts, gerbil, lion, like all these different keywords here, guys. All right, so let's copy this here, plug this in here. Boom, now we've got our next 100 articles to do inside of AutoPageRank. College and campus. Okay. And let's take a look at this. Like, I'd be surprised if we have, I mean, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of different keywords here. We just keep doing the next one and the next one. And you'd be surprised, like you might be able to rank for some of these keywords that are like dog walker shirts, right? Someone's typing in, I'm a dog walker. That's my profession. You'd be surprised in New York City, there's dog walkers making 6 figures. They want a shirt for themselves. They're going to search for it. Seal t-shirts, kangaroo shirts, therapy dog shirts. Let's just Google this right now. There we go. There's literally therapy dog shirts out there, and we can rank for one of these search terms or even like on the second page, because it looks like the first page is all products. And then what happens here is that once we have dog therapy shirts, we're going to interlink it to our actual product, the dog therapy shirt that we have. Okay, so now let's grab the next one here. Topical map here. We've got college shirts here. Let's copy the next one here. What was that? My bad. There it is. We've got college shirts right here. Paste that. Do the next one, which is eco sustainability. I think we do that one. Event and groups t-shirts. Boom. Next set of keywords. Let's take a look at these keywords here again. Again, it's all relevant stuff. Like it's all stuff that we can rank for easily. Look at that. Do keyword difficulty 0. Senior t-shirts, choir t-shirts, homecoming shirts. We're going to rank for these keywords here. And even the ones that are like these other ones, like radio station t-shirts, right? Like stuff that has 0 difficulty. It's not even listed. All right, so let's take a look at the next one here. Copy this. Next one, family and relationships. You guys get the idea here. And then we do, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 different topical map keywords that we can create for AutoPageRank, schedule them out. And then we'll go over next session, next week, how the scheduling stuff works. Okay. And then what's the next step here once we get this thing scheduled? Like what are the next optimizations that we do? There's so many that we do here. All right, great. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. I mean, you saw how we're using AutoPageRank to generate hundreds and thousands of different keyword variations and articles for our site. It's going to take around 6 to 12 months for us to be at where we want it to be. I'd say expectation here, I'm just making a goal here, but within 6 months, I expect this site, as we're working on it, to be at anywhere between $50 to $100 a day, with around 300 to 500 visitors a day within 6 months. So let's mark it from now, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So around March, we should start to see this store make some sales, its first sales. And I'm okay with waiting because I'd rather do that than spend ads right now, spend money in ads. I'm okay with waiting. And then around 12 months and a year from now, that's when we should start seeing this store do like, $3,000 a day in sales, that type of thing. It's well mature at this point with 3,000 to 6,000 visitors a day. This is what we've been seeing with our formula here. And it's been working really, really well. So we'll see what happens here in the next few months. But yeah, so you guys you have the formula. You have the formula now on how to do this across multiple different sites. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's webinar session, and I'll see you guys next week. All right. Thanks, everyone.